No one noticed the dog at first. People rarely do. He was small, dusty, and walked with his head low, as if he already expected to be ignored. What made him stand out wasn't how he looked, but what he did next. A man stepped out of a gas station, adjusted his jacket, and began walking down the sidewalk. The dog paused, looked at him once, and then quietly followed. No leash, no command, just step for step. 1 block passed. Then another, and another. The man kept walking. The dog never stopped. At first, the man thought it was a coincidence. Strays wander all the time, but after nearly a mile, the dog was still there. Not begging, not barking, just following at a respectful distance, like he didn't want to scare the man away. When the man stopped at a crosswalk, the dog stopped. When the man crossed, the dog crossed too. And that's when the man felt something was wrong. Before we continue, if stories like this move you even a little, take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. On Logic Unlocked, we share real emotional stories that remind us how deeply connected humans and animals truly are. Your support helps these stories reach people who need them. The man finally turned around and asked, half joking, "You coming with me?" The dog didn't move closer. He didn't wag his tail, he just looked up, eyes tired but hopeful, and waited. The man kept walking. By the time they reached the edge of town, the sun had begun to drop. The dog's pace slowed, but he never quit. Cars passed. People stared. Some smiled. Others shook their heads, but no one intervened. The man felt uncomfortable now. He hadn't invited this responsibility. He didn't know this dog. Yet somehow, he felt chosen. When the man stopped again, this time the dog sat down. Slowly, carefully. His breathing was heavy. That's when the man noticed something wrapped loosely around the dog's neck. A faded, fraying ribbon. Old. Worn, like it had been there a long time. The man crouched down and gently reached for it. The dog didn't pull away. Tucked into the ribbon was a small, folded piece of paper. The man hesitated before opening it. Some things feel too personal, even when they re-handed to you by fate. The note was short, just a few words, written in shaky handwriting. If you're reading this, please don't leave him alone. He follows people who remind him of me. The man swallowed hard. Suddenly, everything made sense. The way the dog followed without touching. The distance. The patience. This wasn't a stray looking for food. This was a dog looking for someone he had already lost. The man sat down on the curb. The dog slowly leaned closer, resting just the edge of his body against the man's leg, as if afraid to want too much. The man could feel the dog trembling, not from fear, from remembering. Later, animal control would confirm the truth. The dog's owner had passed away weeks earlier, heart failure. Lived alone. The dog had been taken to a shelter, but escaped, and ever since then, he had been walking the same streets every day, following men who looked, walked, or smelled even slightly like the person he loved. This man wasn't special. He just reminded the dog of home. The man didn't know what to do. He had a small apartment, long work hours, no plan. But as he stood up to leave, the dog stood too. Ready? Loyal. Still following. So the man sighed and said the words that changed everything. "All right, let's get you some water." At Testo, the dog waited outside. Didn't move. Didn't beg. Just watched the door. When the man came back, the dog drank slowly, gratefully. Then he followed again. That night, the man tried something. He stopped walking. The dog stopped too. The man turned. The dog looked up. "You don't have to follow me," the man said quietly. The dog sat down and waited. That's when the man realized the heartbreaking truth. The dog wasn't following to go somewhere. He was following because stopping meant being alone again. The man took him home. The first night, the dog didn't sleep on the bed. He didn't even lie down fully. He stayed curled near the door, like he was ready to leave if asked. like he didn't trust kindness yet. But over time, things changed. The dog learned the sound of keys, learned the rhythm of the man's footsteps, learned that this man came back. Every time. The Rivan stayed on. The note stayed safe. The past wasn't erased. It was honored. Today, the dog still walks close behind the man. Not because he's lost, but because love, once broken, doesn't disappear. It just learns to move forward. If this story touched you, share it with someone who understands what loyalty really means. And tell us in the comments, do you think the dog knew he was choosing someone new? Or was he just hoping not to lose again? This is Logic Unlocked, and this was a reminder that sometimes heartbreak walks quietly beside us until we finally turn around.